Who are you baking? You have refused everything I have offered you.
Why don't you try a glass of cold water?
Well, you're looking better already, my friend. Perhaps just being near the sacred stone has hastened your recovery.
The only thing that is hastening my recovery, pal, is my need to understand what the hell is going on here so I can remove myself.
Who is he?
That's the name that goes with the face that Rick drew. Interpol ID'd him. Akbar Rashid. He's born in Karif. He must use one of those aliases to get on the plane. Now, he's wanted in all 5 of those countries for terrorist-related activities. And he's also a doctor. That's why he was able to get Cruz out of the hospital so easily.
What does he want with Cruz?
I don't know that yet. But I've looked into the last 2 years of cases that Cruz has handled to see if there's anything that anybody in that part of the world would want to get revenge on him for. But I haven't come up with anything yet.
Well, I put in some calls to some of Cruz's old contacts in Lisbon. And nobody has called me back with any leads. So.
All right, well, we don't know that the charter ended in Lisbon.
Michael, I'm going there.
All right, if you're going there, you're not going there alone. All right, I just put in for a personal leave of absence from the force starting tonight.
Okay. Well, that actually does make me feel a little bit more comfortable.
Okay.
But we've got to make sure that my father doesn't find out anything about this or make him suspicious, because if he does, not only will he try to stop me, but he will do everything in his power to get Cruz. And these people, I don't think they would hesitate to kill him. So nobody can know where we're going or why.
All right. There's an early AM flight out of JFK. Now, if we catch the red eye out of LAX tonight, that leaves in about 4 hours. We could probably make the connection. You may have to run in JFK, though. Okay?
Well, let's get on that plane.
All right, that means we're going to have to leave here in under 2 hours. Can you handle that?
I'm ready.
Okay. What are you going to say to your dad?
Well, I reckon we sort of came up with a story. Hopefully he'll buy it. Now, as far as your leave of absence is concerned...
All right, don't worry. All right, you handle your dad. I'll handle the department. Okay? And don't worry, we're going to bring Cruz back home safe and sound.
You got a phone in this joint? I want to call my wife back in the States.
Doing so would only place her in danger.
I need to know that my wife is all right.
You have my word.
Oh, that's a relief.
You haven't yet realized it, but there is no greater assurance than that.
Well, it's not that I mean any offense, just that I'm not sure I'm here. You see, I'm pretty sure I must be back in California in the hospital. I'm hallucinating you, right? This whole scene is nothing but a bad dream.
Well, that's a very interesting premise. But it is no hallucination that your wife is safe at this moment, and she shall remain so as long as she does not come searching for you.
Well, I can't stop her from doing that. But if you harm her in any way, I guarantee you will not live long.
How dare you threaten me? I am the supreme commander-in-chief of the armed forces of this land. I rule Kharif. My power's from Allah. You're nothing. Nothing, just some peasant who somehow stumbled onto greatness.
If I am so unimportant, Chief, then why don't you just send me on my merry way?
If only I could. As I've explained earlier, you and the stone come together as a package. One is no good without the other. But to the matter of your wife, there is very little danger that she will follow us. We've covered our trail very carefully.
You don't know my wife.
She sounds like a remarkable woman. My friend, the fastest course for you to get back to her is to fulfill my command.
Oh, in other words, to make love to your wife, or I guess I should say to your wives. Forgive me, I thought that was an invitation. When did it become a command?
Well, surely the notion must be more appealing to you now that you have your strength back. I have given you the most beautiful women in my possession. if you do not find any of them
Listen,
pleasing...
I'm sorry, I don't know how to explain this to you. I guess I'm just an old-fashioned type or something, but I've always made it a point of not sleeping with other men's women.
How extraordinary. You are a vanishing breed, Inspector Castillo. A moral man.
I don't get you. I really don't. And you know, Omar, as far as this talisman goes, really, my friend, I think you vastly overestimate its powers.
No, I think you vastly underestimate its powers, and mine. You have been handed something so valuable, kings would move both heaven and earth for it. And yet you treat it like it's some kind of a bothersome burden. I am at a complete loss to understand why you refuse to fulfill your destiny.
But I am fulfilling my destiny. I'm fulfilling the destiny I chose. I just don't choose to become a shaman.
Only a fool refuses what he does not understand. But anyway, your loss will be my gain.
And what is it that you need to gain, if I may be so bold as to ask? I mean, how much money and power does one man need?
There are other dimensions to life that I seek.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, since I seem to be the only person who can make this stone work, at least that's your opinion, right? Perhaps you should simply give it back to me and tell me what you want, and maybe I can help you out.
You'd be more inclined to use it in another attempt to escape.
You won't take my word.
That would be tantamount to the sun revolving around the planets. It's against the laws of nature. Anyway, I will leave you now to think things over and to rest. The most sensible and surely the most pleasurable course for you to take is obvious. I bid you good night.
You look so tense, Brahim. Come, take a sip of wine, and I will give you a soothing massage with special scented oil.
Well, I appreciate that, but you know, excuse me, what is your name?
Saldana?
Saldana, nice to meet you. I appreciate the offer, but a massage is really not going to do it for me right now, so...
Do it for you?
Yeah, that means it's not exactly what I need right now.
I'm sorry, my English is not very good.
On the contrary, your English is absolutely fine. Where did you learn it?
My master had me instructed before he married me. He wanted me to be able to read philosophy and poetry, and to be able to understand it when he reads it to me.
Oh, that's an interesting idea. He's an interesting man, your master, isn't he?
Effendim, Omar Mustafa Kamal, Pasha of Karif. He is my master and my husband. And he is a very good man. No, he does not wish you any harm.
Well, yes, I know. He leaves that to his goons. You know, those are the men who do his dirty work. They almost killed me getting me here.
No, he was very furious when he learned of that. Yes, they were punished as soon as they returned.
Well, that's great to hear, but I'm afraid my idea of what constitutes a good man and yours are slightly different.
Yes, that is true. Things are different here in Karif than from what I hear in America. But my husband needs that stone for a very good and honorable purpose. He needs to gain power over the Sheikh of Kabir. Now he is an evil man who is making war against our country. Only 1 year ago, he killed my master's parents and 2 royal brothers. He almost tried to kill my master as well, but he escaped. Thanks be to Allah. You see, now he must avenge his family's murders and defend our country as well.
Oh, great, so I've landed in the middle of a blood feud. It's the Hatfields and the McCoys, North African style. Of course, it could be worse. I suppose if the Sheikh wins, I'll probably be made a eunuch and put in charge of the harem. That is, if he doesn't decide to chop off my head first.
Well, I'm afraid that will not happen. Especially not now.
And why is that? Oh, yes, the talisman, the answer to all of your problems and the source of mine. Tell me something. What does the Sheikh want with this little corner of the desert anyway?
Well, we have vast reserves of oil.
What is going on here?
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh.
You're in no danger. There's no danger. Yes, Cruz. My darling. I'm here. I missed you so much.
Augusta. Look, I was waiting to talk to your father, but the maid is gone. Maybe you can help me.
With what?
Do you know where Julia is?
Not exactly. Why?
Well, she seems to have fallen off a cliff, along with her husband and her child. I left thousands of messages. They don't answer. Are you all right? You look very preoccupied.
I'm fine. I just really need to talk to my father. I'm kind of in a hurry. Did Serena tell you where he was?
No, I don't seem to be the type of person people tell that information to. Do you have any idea of where Julia and Mason may have gone?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
I find this very odd.
I'll get it. It must be Mom. She's moving in tonight.
Gina's moving in here.
Mom, Mom, I've been waiting for you.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had some difficulty packing. Hi, cutie.
Hi, Phil.
I sure am glad to see you. Hey, we've got a few more of these things out in the car.
I'll get them later.
You? Isn't there a butler or a servant around a fancy place like this?
It's late. They have the night off.
Oh.
Mom, you're going the wrong way. Your room's this way.
Gina. What are you doing?
I recognize you by your voice, but I'm trying to learn how to see with my fingers. And of course, your face is sort of easy because you have such, well, you know, conspicuous features like your prominent nose and your wide mouth.
I do not have a prominent nose.
Well, I meant it as a compliment. I mean, as in dignified.
Hi, Gina. It's Eden.
Oh, hello, Eden. Who would have thought last time we saw each other that I'd be ending up here as a boarder? Life certainly does have strange twists, doesn't it?
Doesn't it, though?
Come on, Mom. I'll show you to your room.
It's right this way, Gina. It's great digs you got here. A lot classier than some of the fancy hotels I've stayed in. A lot cheaper when you're freeloading, too.
I heard that, Augusta. You know, maybe losing my sight, but my hearing's razor sharp.
Oh, my God.
I tried to get a hold of you, find out how Cruz is doing.
Oh, yeah. He's being transferred to a hospital in Ohio, a hospital that specializes in the type of injury that he has.
Wait a minute, I thought he couldn't be moved.
Well, his condition is stabilized enough so the doctors felt that he should move to get the best care possible. So I'm going to fly there tonight to be with him. Raphael's going to take care of the kids.
Well, you want me to fly down there with you?
No, Daddy. It's okay. He can't have any visitors besides me, and I'll just let you know how he's doing.
Just make sure you leave us a number where you can be reached.
What did you do to me? You put something in the wine. What did you do? What did you put in the wine?
Am I so undesirable?
Please. What is it? I just want to sleep with my wife, if you don't mind.
But here you may have more than just one wife.
The wife I have is more than enough.
Abahim, please take pity on a poor servant. My master will not forgive me of this.
He will if he's the decent man you say he is.
Well, I don't know exactly where it is that I'll be staying, but I'll call you and tell you how everything's going.
Wait, Donnie, don't you think it would be nicer to have someone close with you? I mean, maybe not me, but how about your mother?
No, I don't want to worry about anybody but Cruz. But, you know, I'll call you when I get there. I was going to stop by Mama's and tell her that I'm going.
Well, do me a favor. See if you can talk her into something. She said she won't stay here, won't set one foot in here while Gina's here. And I really, this is one of the most completely altruistic things I've ever done. I should be supported for it, not punished. Certainly granted a pardon by reason of insanity.
Where am I supposed to put all my stuff?
Oh, God, here she comes again.
Look, I got to go, Daddy. I'll call you.
All right, honey. Give Cruz my best, will you, when you see him?
I will.
Might come in handy, don't you think, pal? Wake up.
I'm beginning to wonder about you, my friend.
So you drug me? That's your idea how to treat a guest honorably? You drug me?
You're entirely too righteous. It was a harmless herbal concoction whose only purpose was to relax you.
Uh-huh. It didn't work. What's plan B?
To retire the lovely Saldana from the field and bring on her competition until we find somebody who pleases
Listen,
you.
Omar, try to get this straight. You know, I'm sure that all of your wives are as lovely as the first. Although I do tend to prefer women who think for themselves. You can't force me to make love if my spirit and my flesh are not willing.
Don't be so certain.
Effendi,
What is it?
the council begs the honor of your presence. The general has just learned that the Sheikh of Kabir is at the borders waiting to attack.